Cricket's unpredictable. Your health shouldn't be. Get Health Vital, a health insurance with premium starting at just ₹12 per day.
Hello and welcome. Today I have with me Biju George. He was with the Indian women's team and he was in fact the fielding coach because since India has lost to New Zealand, fielding has been a huge concern, the way India fielded. Biju sir, welcome. My first question would be that fielding has been a consistent issue for the Indian women's team, particularly in high pressure matches, like obviously, and against teams like New Zealand, you can actually see that gap. So what, in your opinion, has led to this repeated lapses in fielding?
See, fielding you can correlate directly with the fitness level. Fielding has two aspects. One is your skill set, and second is your fitness, and more importantly, your attitude towards fielding. If you look at the Indian fielders yesterday, and I have been yesterday was probably the first live match I've seen over a long period of time, women cricket per se. I felt that certain fielders were slowed down a lot. Then what happened then? And catches. Dubai Stadium is one of the worst catching stadiums in the world. Post-COVID, the first IPL, I was there with Sunrisers Hyderabad. So many catches dropped because the ring lights, very difficult to pick the ball. The New Zealand dropped catches, and Sophie doing almost dropped down. You saw that? And Sophie is one of the better fielders around the world. But ground fielding, there are no issues. So either you have certain issues, and you have to address the elephant in the room.
Sir, our reporters who are in Dubai actually observed something and were saying that even whether it's during matches or during practices, somehow it seems like the Indian fielders do not go towards the ball. They wait for the ball to come to them. Have you also faced this during your time, or is this a mindset that you worked on?
My journey with the Indian women team started in 2017 for the World Cup. We had a very what you call magical journey, which ended in a lot of heartbreak. But before that, I worked with the under-19 Indian women team, where Smriti Mandana all were like under-16 kids. And if you talk about the fielding, there at that World Cup, we were the best fielding side. Even with people like Julian, who was slowing down a little bit, Mithali was not the fastest around, but we took the maximum number of catches, direct hits, run outs, keeping everything. So what's the difference from 2017 to a 2024? Ideally, we should have improved in our approach, in our fitness level, in our technicals, and in our skill set. Most importantly, training. Now, when you field in an Indian ground, you do your sessions in a Bangalore ground, Chinnaswamy ground, or wherever. The outfield is very quick, so the ball comes to you when you're fielding in the ground. But in a Dubai ground, when they have left the grass so much, I saw the outfield with thick grass, so you have to attack the ball, and you have to make sure that you attack the ball, and you have to create such an angle that you reach the ball at the right time, so you can pick it up and release it as well. Second thing with fielding, why you're hanging back is maybe you're not mentally ready there. You're not taken enough hard catches. You're not sure. When you are not sure, you don't commit yourself. But as I feel, I am one of my favorite dictums when I talk to these fielders is like, we don't want any gray people. You try and fail is absolutely fine, but not trying is not on. That was what was very visible yesterday. Even that, if you look at the New Zealand fielder who dropped the catch, then went back onto the line, she didn't try for the deep catch.
Yes.
That is not on.
Got it. In the shorter formats, fielding can often make or break a game. So how do you rate the current Indian team's fielding standards, and what immediate changes would you recommend to improve their performance?
Like how do you set a field? Like we have to identify for every matches, for every player, what the high traffic areas are. For example, if a Jemima is batting, probably I'll try that, okay, she's good at cover points, so I'll have my best fielder there. So this way you have to have your fielding plan set out for each and every player for each and every match. And make sure your best fielders are there in the high traffic areas, in the hot zones. And then you will be sorted. You have to know who your best fielders are there to field in the inner circle, who are your boundary raiders. Yesterday, Jemima was fielding beyond the boundary line, and she's one of the best inner circle fielders who can cut off all the singles and doubles.
Right.
See, like boundaries and sixes will look very fancy, very eye-catching, but it's the singles and doubles which bleed us.
True.
So you have a Jemima there, and you have a Harman there, you have a Deepthi there. You cut off all the singles and doubles, now then they'll try something, and you'll get a wicket. But you put these fielders down back there, the gap widens up. You are not getting this one. You try to take a single and go to the other side.
We saw a lot of drop catches and misfields. In fact, one, I think the Plymmer one, Smriti Mandana was actually standing way inside the boundary line. How much of it can be attributed to pressure, and how do you train players to be, calm and composed in these kind of situations when the ball is coming to them, an important catch?
It stems from the security we give them from the dressing room. Like you tell them that it's okay to fail, but it's not okay to try, just as I said earlier.
Yeah.
And we try to replicate these scenarios in matches. One of these best women catches I ever seen in women cricket was the one Jemima took years back of Cappy
Yes.
in South Africa on the line.
Yeah.
And after that catch, when there was an interview, she said that we had taken these catches, 60 of these catches in practice before. And the thing is, my question is, are we training hard enough? We should not be like nowadays. This bus itna hi hai, ye nahi hai. No. Like when these same girls come for WPL, if you see the Delhi, I know we are not the winners. I believe we are the best team in WPL with no titles or what you call cups to show. But I'm proud to say we are the best fielding side in WPL. We have proved it over the last 2 years, and that is because the attitude. It stems from the attitude. Like, okay, I am going to do it. This is my area, and nobody is going to go past me. You should have a fierce pride in protecting my zone. And if this is 6 feet both sides of me, nothing is going past me. It has to come from inside. You can't blame anybody sitting outside for nothing. It has to come from inside.
Absolutely. The Indian team actually was practicing fielding before the match, and all before the match day -1 in the practice. Also, they had a fielding training camp, separate before the World Cup. But what do you think causes this gap between practice sessions and the performance on the field?
It's your mindset when you go out there. It's your mindset. It's like, what do you think? Are you capable of doing that? See, the mind is a very funny thing. It keeps putting questions at you. As a batsman, you tend to feel that, am I scoring enough? What do the people outside think? As a fielder, the minute you start thinking, questioning your own ability, your son, and as a fielder, you should wish that every ball comes to you. You should anticipate that every ball will come towards you. And you should believe and visualize that you're going to have the best possible reaction to that ball. If it's a catch coming way, I am going to take it. If it's hit to me hard, I am going to run it. Even if it's hit hard, I am going to run it, stop it, and ping it back to a keeper. It stems from inside. It has to be like, yeah, I'm there. I'm good enough. Nobody's going to go past me.
You have been with a team in 2017, and this is 2024. Have you seen any shift in mindset in the positive side, or do you see that? I mean, what exactly mindset changes have you noticed over the years? Because fielding issues, I would say fielding at least is one aspect where we should have gone up. We actually haven't. We kind of have, still been on the lesser side.
No, I feel like I interact with these girls, especially with Jemmy, Arundhati, almost like every other day we speak, we talk to each other, like what can we do better. I've not seen anything which is like they're going down on their attitude or their approach. They still want to improve. But one thing, if you may ask me, like when they come to the first WPL camp, the first session, they're always like, the ball is hit so hard. So are we training hard? Are we training hard enough? Like, I believe Sophie Devine hits the ball as hard as any cricketer in the world.
Absolutely.
So if you're going to be standing up close, cover, point, mid-wicket, you have to be ready for those. Are we doing that? And are we having the right fielders at the right position? These two things are very important.
If you had to actually name, say, three best fielders for inside the circle and three for boundary manning, who would you be naming?
My three inside fielders will be Jemima, Deepthi and Harman. Outside will be Smithy, Radha and Srenga.
Fair enough. If what advice would you give to young cricketers, especially women cricketers who aspire to be top level fielders in any form of cricket now?
Yeah, like anybody wants to play cricket, they have to know one thing, like maybe as a batter you have a bad day, you get out first ball. As a bowler, you didn't get to bowl as well as you could have. But as a fielder, you're there. Whether it's a 90 over match or a 50 over match or a day's match or a T20 match, you have to be there. So specialize where you want to be, work on your skill set and train. Like if you're going to give 100% the match, in practice session, give your 100% plus and enjoy your fielding. The main thing is enjoy as a fielder. The minute you start enjoying your fielding, you wish that every ball comes to you, that you like, let the cameras track me, I am there. That's what Jemima does. She enjoys her fielding. That's what Spriyanka does. That's what Arundhati does. They enjoy their fielding. They want the ball to come to them. You can see that they are like eager. And these people hardly drop catches. And the ball has a very funny way of following you around.
Absolutely.
If you try to hide, the ball is going to be a beacon of light focused on you. So better be ready for that.
Sir, two more questions. First one is, if you were still with the Indian women's team today, what would be your top three areas of focus to lift their fielding standards for the remainder of the tournament?
Now, see, this is in tournament. We are not going to have any long session.
Yeah.
But we'll have optional session. Like anybody wants to do specifically any skill set, we'll work on that and identify your in subtle fielders and your boundary raiders. Keep working on them and don't shuffle them around. So you have I'm sure that I'm fielding it long on long off. So my skill set, how I see the ball, everything will be fixed. So this is till the end of the tournament. I am fielding at these areas. I will be at cover. So I know where I'm going to be, and I train myself to be there. And I'm mentally prepared to be there, and I anticipate. I visualize the day before the match. I'm sleeping. I'm about to sleep. Okay, tomorrow we are playing Australia. Ali really cuts the ball to me. I'm at point. I'm taking that catch. I won the match for India. You visualize. You're fielding there at point. The ball comes to you. You're done it. You visualize, then you actualize it.
Absolutely. And the last question would definitely be, I think a lot of fans and everybody is a little heartbroken with this loss because India were obviously favorites. What do you think? How do you see the tournament pan out from here on? Do you think India will qualify for the semis, etc.?
I wish India will qualify for the semis. And I wrote on LinkedIn my thoughts on what are the chances now. And I still believe that we have to get through Sri Lanka. If Sri Lanka gets us for a 130, 140 score, and Datta gets going, we are in trouble. But if we can get the batting order sorted, get the bowling spells going, the right bowlers bowling at the right time, and your plans, and you have everybody individually knows what their role is, I still believe we can have a very good tournament. And hopefully win it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Biju sir, for joining me in a very, very short notice, actually. So I hope India improves their fielding and I hope we can catch on once again. Hopefully this time when India
100%.
wins.
With the cup.
Thank you so much, sir.
Stump those hospital bills. Health Vitals got you covered. A health insurance with premium starting at just ₹12 per day.